Kenya Kwanza and Azimio One Kenya coalitions on Friday brought stakeholders together, including the Independent Electoral Boundaries Commission (Iebc), representatives of the Cotu workers, the Union of Women in Power (Kewopa) Iebc. Appearing before the committee, Iebc Chairman Hussein Marjan said Iebc servers are ready for auditing.
Good morning.
The Chief Executive Officer of the Iebc, Hussein Marjan Hussein, through his report, recommended the causes in the Kriegler report be furthered in the efforts to find the new commissioners at the Electoral and Boundaries body, proposing an election review through a legal system, explaining the need for speeding up the process of hiring the chairman of the commission, amending the election draft and recommending the enhanced security for its officers.
Our understanding of expert model by Kriegler recommendation is that the commission should be made up of experts, and they will be recruited by a panel, and therefore there's going to be independence in terms of who actually determines the people who are going to be members of the commission, and then ultimately they are going to be appointed. There is a need for legal reform to develop a legislative framework to guide the process of scrutiny of presidential election results before the decision of the Supreme Court of Kenya. And finally, there is a need to fast-track the recruitment of the chairperson and members of the commission who may be required to drive this process.
The commission recommends the addition of at least 2 more commissioners to the current number of the commissioners, 1 additional commissioner with qualifications similar to those of the chairperson, appearing to support the issue of one of the committee member being a current or a previous employee at the Iebc, recommending that the role of the boundary setting be reassigned from the commission, and say that the delay of the new commission will affect its performance ahead of the 2027 general elections, especially in matters boundaries.
Legal is very, very important. Over and above that, ICT is very, very important, because the process nowadays are largely technology driven. You'd want a competent commissioner who can be able to oversight that. Over and above that, we have always have issues with regards to human resource. So-and-so has been transferred here, so-and-so is partisan, so-and-so. So we need somebody who is competent, who has got that skill, soft touch, who can be able to understand the dynamisms of human resource.
Others who appeared before the committee were the leaders of the Kewopa Union, who supported the creation of the office of the Prime Minister and the leader of the opposition, with different constitutionally defined duties from those of the Deputy President, representatives of the multi-sectoral working groups who want the implementation of the principle to that gender, and finally Betty Sungura, the leader of the National Gender and Equality Commission, who now wants the revision of the part of the structure of the Iebc Commission to include people with special needs.
This should be an opportunity for us as women. If you have the president and the deputy president and the leader of opposition being men, then as women we felt then the position of the deputy, the prime cabinet secretary should be filled by a woman.
We propose that NADCO shares with the working group the submissions so far received on this subject matter for our consideration and incorporation to the proposed framework.
What we are saying as the National Gender and Equality Commission is, can we have these funds, that's the CDF, the NGAF, and the Senate Oversight Fund, entrenched in the Constitution.
The National Dialogue Committee has today met at the Bomas of Kenya, meeting stakeholders including the Iebc, who endorse reconstitution process and now wants more funding to ensure its activities are well run. Stanley Lugaria, Look Up TV, at the Bomas of Kenya, Nairobi.